This video is brought to you courtesy of TechBuys. Go to TechBuys to buy yourself computers, laptops, desktop PCs, and also order stuff from Amazon for a given fee. And if you decide to go there, make sure you mention us on how you found them. Check them out in the link in the description below.
It's nurmlock here, guys, and welcome back to another video. Now, since this is since this is an advice channel, it's good for me to advise you on some things beyond life, some things like technology. Since I love technology, it makes life easy. It's good for me to advise you when I come across things that can help you. Now, in this case, we are going to be talking about budget laptops, and the price range that I'm talking about is below 30,000 Kenya shillings or 300 US dollars. So, yep. So welcome to the budget review for the laptops below 30,000 Kenya shillings, which is an equivalent of 300 US dollars for those who are not in my country right now. So the first laptop you see on the screen is from a company called Life, and it's called the Z Air. That is the name of the laptop, the Z Air. So this is the only laptop that came in a box. I mean, the others were on display, so forgive me if you don't see me unboxing the others, and forgive me for the dust because the box was placed in a place that was dusty. But the laptop is new, hasn't been touched, hasn't been opened. I was the first guy opening it, so yeah. By the way, before I continue, I am only doing a hardware review. I did not get to experience Windows on these laptops. And another disclaimer, these laptops are from the shop that sometimes sponsors my videos, TechBuys. So yes, but I'm not affiliated with any of these companies, so I'm giving you an honest review from a tech guy like me. So pretty much it's straightforward, manuals and all that. By the way, nice packaging. Wish all laptops came like this because I thought this was a tablet at first, then I realized it was a laptop. So kudos to them, to Life, for nice packaging. Anyway, so the laptop doesn't come with a 1-year warranty, as you can see on the display. You've seen a 1-year warranty card, so the manuals and all that. So the laptop does come with a 14-inch display with a resolution of 1366 x 3 x 768 pixels, with an Intel HD graphics, Intel HD 500 with an eMMC storage of 32 GB. I don't know what's an eMMC. I'm going to check it. I'm guessing it's maybe a substitute to an SSD. We've got a 0.3 megapixel camera. We've got an Intel Celeron processor which runs up to 2.4 gigahertz, so you can expect Windows to run smoothly on this computer. 3 GB DDR3 RAM and an external storage of 500 GB. Obviously Wi-Fi, Bluetooth 4.0 included. So forgive me, by the way, you may see the camera out focusing because I had put it on autofocus. So pretty much the basic stuff. As you can see, the I/O, 2 full-size USBs on the other side, USB 3.0, HDMI, the usual I/O that you find on the laptop. One thing I did notice is that the laptop is really not heavy, really light on my arms, and pretty premium feeling so far. I don't like the glossy touchpad, mouse touchpad, because maybe it may be a fingerprint magnet. I did not notice it though, picking up a lot of fingerprints. On the keyboard side of things, I am a desktop user, so I like keys that travel. In short, I mean clicky keys. I like keys that click, that sweet feeling of typing. I like that. This case, this one did have some bits of clickiness, but forgive me for that, but not as satisfying as the ones in a desktop. So that is the Z Air, which retails at 23,000 Kenya shillings or 230 US dollars. So let's move on to the next laptop. The Lenovo IdeaPad 110, which retails at 26,000 Kenyan shillings or 260 US dollars. As you can see, one thing I did notice about this laptop, it's pretty heavy and big, so I don't know if that's convenient for the students. As you can see, it has pretty much basic I/O. So as you can see, me checking around, it has this kind of a plastic finish to it. On the front, it has some, I don't know, like a grill filling. So yes, right off the back, as you can see, this one has a CD drive. For the price point, this is really good, but I don't even know who uses CD drives anymore. On the other side of the laptop, you will find the other I/O, which is standard among laptops, HDMI port, an Ethernet port, and two full-size USB-A ports. One is a 3.0 USB headphone jack, and what I assume is a power plug. Now this laptop is not a 360 and it's not a touchscreen. I'm pretty sure you're not expecting such features this kind of a price point, so yes, that should not come as a surprise. So on the inside, it has the same kind of a finish with the outside. As you can see, the Intel sticker right there. By the way, let's go on to the specs. This computer rocks an Intel Celeron processor, which is clocked at 2.6 gigahertz. It's 500 GB internal hard disk. It has a HD display of 1366 to 17 by not to 17, rather 768 pixels. Bluetooth, Wi-Fi, the usual things that you look for. Now I don't know why they placed the power button there. That's weird. Find it bothering at times. You may confuse it for a button on the keyboard. So that's pretty much it for this laptop. It's pretty standard. I'm pretty sure you're not expecting to do something heavy with this. At this price point anyway, you are looking for something that you can just use for daily purposes. Okay, as you can see, it really, the back there is really a fingerprint magnet. I think it has fingerprints from being touched by other customers. The next laptop on your screen is the HP 250 G6, which retails at 28,000 Kenyan shillings. Now, one thing I did love about this laptop is its premium feeling. Now, I don't like the soft material. I mean, I like the soft material on the top, but the thing is a fingerprint magnet. As you can see now, my camera keeps on out focusing. I'm sorry for that. I don't know how many times I can disclaim for that, but it's a pretty good laptop. Now this one has pretty much the same specs as the others, as obviously you buying a laptop in this price range, you don't expect much. The I/O is pretty standard. This one even has a full-size VGA port, Ethernet, HDMI, and two full-sized USB, which are super speed USB, which means they transfer data more. And you can see there's also another USB on the other side, a memory card reader, and a disk drive. Now this one has a lot of I/O if that's what you're looking for. It's pretty standard. I will choose this one over the Lenovo IdeaPad. Okay, so yes, going on to the inside, the laptop has the same, but the inside has this like aluminium. I don't know if it's brushed on aluminium, but it's something that is it feels premium for its price range. As you can see, the Intel Celeron sticker there. By the way, this one is powered by the Intel Celeron sticker. As you can see, there is nothing special. Like I said, 500 GB of hard disk space, 4 gigabytes of memory, and a 32.62 centimeter screen, which is HD, which is 1366 times 768, the usual standard laptop screen. The buttons feel good, not glossy. No, it's not a fingerprint magnet on the inside. As you can see, the screen is pretty big, and this one, as the Lenovo IdeaPad, is heavy and kind of big. But again, if you want to buy a laptop for daily uses and not heavy uses, just regular watching movies, browsing the internet, this one will run Windows pretty good. So I don't expect you to expect more from this kind of a price point. So next on the screen we have the HP ProBook 430 G2. As you can see, HP has a really consistent design, really premium. Now this one retails at 28,000 Kenyan shillings. It's more on the expensive side of things, almost nearing to 30,000 Kenyan shillings, which is an equivalent of 300 US dollars. Now for the 28,000 Kenyan shillings is an equivalent of 280 US dollars. As you can see, it's a really premium feeling laptop. The soft feeling on the top there. The IO, as you can see, pretty standard. Two full-size USB jacks, which I can see are super speed ports, and a headphone jack. As you can see, this one has a memory card reader on the front, and the IO on the other side is a full-size VGA, Ethernet, HDMI, and two super speed USB ports, and what I assume is a power inlet on the other side. So yes, on the inside the laptop does feel premium like the other. Now this one does feel like legit aluminium. It is, I think, aluminium, and it's brushed aluminium texture. I could feel it with my fingers, as you can see on the screen there. Really nice, and it has an Intel Celeron powering it. Now for the specs, the Intel Celeron processor is what is powering this one, clocked at 1.50 gigahertz, 4 GB of RAM. I don't know about the hard disk. I think it's 500 GB of hard disk space. Pretty much the other things are basic, the usual stuff, Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, and all that. Speaker grills on the top. The HD is not the HD, the display, sorry, the display is HD at 1366 times 768 pixels. Now I can hear my cat crying outside there. Don't worry about the chickens also, they love crowing when I'm recording videos, but that should not be a bother. So this is a pretty good laptop. Next on your screen, as you can see, is the HP ProBook 450 G2. Yes, this is the updated version of the 430 G2. Now this one is the 450 G2, which retails again at 28,000 Kenyan shillings. As you can see, the premium feel, fingerprint magnet, as you can see on the top of the screen there. Pretty standard IO, power jack, Ethernet, full-size USB, and a headphone jack. On the other side, as you can see, you have a full-size VGA, HDMI, and two super speed USB ports. Now these ones, the G2 or the ProBooks, don't come with a disk drive. As you can see, they also have, this one also has a memory, full-size memory card reader. So it's not heavy, it's a bit lighter than the previous 430, and this one is a little bit smaller than the 430 G2. As you can see, this one is rocking an Intel Celeron processor, clocked at 1.50 gigahertz with 8 GB RAM. That is a lot at this price point. As you can see, the keyboard on this one is a little bit different. Yes, the aluminium fill is on the inside. By the way, it has a 500 GB HDD and a HD screen, which is the usual size, 1366 times 768. Speaker grills on the top, the power button. I love the placement of HP, the Wi-Fi, and what I can assume is the mute button. This one feels standard. The keys on most of these laptops are clicky, but you can't compare laptop keys to the desktop keyboard, because the desktop keyboard is really good. As you can see there, I'm trying to feel the weight. Like I've said, this one is lighter, not heavier like the 430 G2. This one is a little bit smaller. Now I think this is the best for you students because it's not big, it's pretty standard, it can fit in most bags. This is the best laptop you can buy, a bang for your buck. Apart from the disk drive there, of which not a lot of people use the disk drive, you're getting what you're paying for here. So obviously I'm not expecting you to do something heavy with this laptop. It can do some light gaming because of the RAM, yeah, but it's a good standard laptop. So thank you for watching, guys. It's been an honor to do this review for you guys. If you have any questions on where you can find these laptops, just email me. You can find these laptops at Tech Buys, which is located in Pioneer building, which is next to Nation Center in the CBD in Nairobi. For those who are not in this country, maybe you can look for these laptops on Amazon. I'm pretty sure you can find them for pretty cheaper prices there. Anyway, it's been a good video. I should see you in the next one.